let's talk Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. So finally, it's the end, and Johnny Depp has won that case.
Yay!
Now, first off, I know that he was awarded the case, and she is going to be paying, I think,
$10 million for compensatory charges
and
$5 million.
Johnny Depp, however, will be paying $2 million.
Yes. And he also gets an extra $350,000 as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. So I guess that will never count for everything that he's lost, but then again, for his reputation, I think that's a good thing. I wanted to say, and I said this from earlier, I will be very careful so I do not, stir some certain waters. I wanted to say that for the first time, I actually feel that there is a sort of balance when it comes to cases like this. I was very, very happy when he turned out to be the winner of the case because of the many lies and revelations that we heard throughout the entire case, one of which was my dog stepped on a bee. But I'm sure that you also have interesting submissions on this.
Yeah, of course. As much as we don't want to talk about this, the truth is that this actually comes up situation. For instance, now my husband tells me, oh, that's the first time I'm using my husband on air. He actually tells me, okay, now, like, not bad. He actually tells me that, oh, okay, I mean, we need more of this kind of situations because for a very long time, women actually take advantage of men in this particular, in this kind of cases. And he was going on and on and on about certain things. And the truth is, yeah, over there, and all of that. I think the same reason why a lot of people talk about how, okay, fine, here, cheating is not a big deal because, I mean, there's no law to literally call you to book and all of that. But over there, if you try it, they split you in two. Right? He was also even talking about the aviation sector where, like, a lot of people, just a whole, I don't want to digress. So I think, yes, I mean, I love the fact that we're talking about it this morning, and, like, it was like Amber didn't know, she thought she was going to get away with it. A whole lot of bad behavior. She thought she was actually going to go away, get away with it, and all of that. And a lot of people don't know that Johnny was actually the one that sued, right, for defamation because of an interview she actually granted and all of that. But then again, it's actually also good to know that, yeah, she also won one of the counts where it was actually stated that he actually defamed her. So, yeah, let me just direct it back to you. Yeah, I got my thoughts.
Well, I was going through the article this morning, and I like the fact that it actually broke it down into it made us see things from different angles and different perspective. One, how this is going to affect their career, both careers.
It already has affected.
And then there are also allegations that, or there are also speculations, rather, rumors. Rumors. That's the word. That she may have difficulty paying Johnny Depp because her net worth is not, they're not exactly
She's only
sure
worth
at the
$8
moment.
million.
Yes, which, I mean, they're still speculating, but she may have difficulty paying. But on the other hand, for Johnny Depp, it's a walk in the park for him because Baba is over what? His net worth is over what, $150 million at the moment.
I don't think so.
So, well,
I mean, he's lost a lot.
Based on these reports. Then they also looked at how this is going to affect victims of domestic violence and sexual violence accordingly. That, because of the verdict, it's going to affect it in a way where women would not want to come forward to, I'm just saying, these are what advocates are saying. These are what domestic violence advocates are saying. They are saying that this is going to affect it adversely. It's going to affect the way women will approach some of these cases. It's going to affect how the law is. Because, to be honest, you said something earlier on. What's her name?
Is it about how it affects it? The truth is, now, what it actually points to is the fact that if you're going to sue anybody on any count at all, that you must do your due diligence. Don't think that because society has this culture where men would often come out under these situations, that it's going to go that way in your case. This is like the poster child for anything that has to do with sexual violence, for instance. Because once a woman comes out normally and says, oh, he did this to me, it is assumed that it is always in the favor of the lady. And that the men would suffer it.
That was why Amber Heard expected that she was going to win the case.
Yeah, of course. And I think this actually draws our attention to how closely we should always look at detail when it comes to these situations. Fine, on the surface, it it might be like, okay, fine, she brought her case forward and he won. But then again, if people are attentive enough to say, fine, these are the facts of the case, right? Until evidence literally started coming out, we didn't necessarily know exactly what was going on. And this literally went on, and Johnny was literally going to let it slide until she had that interview.
Yeah,
do you understand? So yes, of course, women are always going to be like, okay, you know what? In this situation, the man is mostly wrong. But then again, in most cases, that's actually not the case. Women actually take advantage of those kind of situations.
That's true, and that's because even men who are actually even going through some sort of domestic violence do not even come out to say.
They don't come out to say because of the way culture has structured us.
Exactly, because of the way, because we live in a society where a man is not supposed to cry, a man is not supposed to feel pain, a man is, if he feels it, he's not supposed to express it, and that's how it's seen, you know, in the general context, and it also plays out in this case. So even no one thought that, oh yeah, there were speculations that Johnny Depp could be innocent, but he could also be guilty.
Yeah, well, he was found guilty.
Yeah, and on one count. So this is going to affect the way we see things in these instances of domestic violence moving forward.
I think it's, for me personally, I think it would just make me want to know more of the details, because the truth is, right, even in most of these cases, you will find out that both parties, as seen in this case, actually have their
cases.
Do you understand? They have cases. Do you understand? Even in a society like Nigeria now, where it is seen that, okay, fine, once the woman cries foul, that's what it is, or once the man is said to be doing this, that's what it is. You might actually find situations in there that actually.
Is it mostly so in Nigeria, however?
Do we have
okay, so this is a foreign instance. Now in Nigeria, how does it play out often? Maybe we don't sue in these cases.
Yeah,
we don't.
Well, in Nigeria,
it's going through a lot of things in Nigeria, and they
don't talk about it, which is very true. And then there are also a lot of women that are also going through a lot of things and still do not talk about it because of society's perception.
Taking this as a court instance, now I also want to reflect on something that we discussed about on Tuesday when we talked about the details and defamation and law and, you know, when you want to sue. We talked about Sabinus and him suing 2 brands for use of what he thought was his likeness or his trademarks. And it's coming out that he might actually be countersued if care is not taken, because apparently what was used was a parody for the image, which does not count as your likeness. It was a parody, it was a cartoon.
Yeah, like 1,000,001 people that look like him.
Exactly. And so that couldn't be you. So if you don't do your due diligence and find out the details of exactly what's going on, how you want to express this, then you might just be walking into
your trap
wall.
or into your own trap.
The law must come with clean hands. That is that's the summary of all of this. And in the end, I think what really matters is knowing that it's not just about whether it's female or male, it's about what is right, right? This law should serve what is right, irrespective of gender, place, name.
And we're living in a society or in a system where the law actually, you know, the justice system actually goes through its own due diligence and, you know, looks at all sides
in Nigeria
of cases. Well, in the world.
In any case, tell us what you think. Use the hashtag.
Use
the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. We'd like to know what you think as well, all right? We'll be back. Stay tuned.